Agenda, meeting of Scituate Board of Health, call to order Monday, May 14th, 2018, Selectmen Chamber, Town Hall, 6 PM.
I'll make a motion to open the meeting and accept the agenda.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, first scheduled items. Discuss, vote update on required septic system operations and maintenance repairs, Leiden, 65 College Street.
They are not here. They are not here.
Correct, she is not here. So I will give you the current update as I know it. So the last meeting that we had that involved this particular property was on April 18th of this year. And at that meeting, we voted for me, since, again in her absence, to notify the owner and the occupants of the dwelling that the Board of Health will consider issuing a finding that the dwelling is unfit for human habitation that may result in condemnation and in order to vacate in accordance with the state housing code at the public hearing conducted today. So hence I'm giving you this update. I sent her a letter the day after the meeting documenting the outcome of the meeting and what your vote was. Since that time, the owner did sign a contract, so she was required to do two things: sign an operations and maintenance contract and have the repairs made. So she did sign a contract, which was provided to me by the operations and maintenance contractor. As of the end of last week, the repairs remain outstanding. They were scheduled to install the blower on the 27th, but there was a bit of miscommunication between the pumper and the technician doing the repair, in that one arrived before the other and the work needed to be done in tandem. So they have rescheduled the repair for sometime this week.
How do you feel that is? Does that seem tangible?
It's certainly doable. I mean, it's you
But I mean,
know.
does it sound like that's what happened? It was by an honest mistake or?
So it was the representative from the maintenance contract
Yeah.
company that indicated to me, they just didn't coordinate their timing quite right. They've been in touch with each other, the pump company and them, so that hopefully they can, meet at the right time and do the work together this time.
So it's not the same company that does
No,
both? Okay.
no, it's not the same company. Apparently the maintenance needs to be done before the tank's pumped out, but the pumper came, pumped it out, thought they were being efficient and was a little too quick. So they couldn't deal with the media.
Just flip the microphone, or the other way.
Towards you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So they couldn't clean the media in the way that they needed to in order to do the repair. So it's rescheduled for today. So I figured I would give you the update under the assumption that the owner wouldn't be present.
Okay.
And didn't know, what you wanted for next steps, whether you want me to just follow up with them, the maintenance contract. And if by a certain time, the repair isn't actually made, you want me to schedule before them, it's up to you.
Well, it's
What,
not-
do we continue it and then just, if they take care of it, you can just tell us at the next meeting it's all set, done?
Yeah, I mean, I would need to re-notify.
That way we keep it in the loop?
I would need to re-notify the owner that, they would have to come before you for such a hearing if the repair wasn't made.
Yeah.
There's a long history of repairs
Well, that keeps
and
them on the hook.
contracts not.
Without skipping a beat, I think, unless told otherwise. Does that seem right to you?
Sure.
Yeah, does that
So,
seem right to you
yeah, I
guys?
mean, so
Make
put it to the
make
30th,
Russell.
make a motion.
Make it.
Oh, make a motion to continue. And if they make the repairs, then we can you can come in and report on the 30th and say it's done. You
Second.
don't need to come in.
Second.
Yeah. Does that
All in
make sense?
favor?
All right.
Aye.
Beautiful. That's an easy one.
So I will give you an update at the next
She
meeting.
responsive then?
Yeah.
No.
Well, unless they haven't done the repairs, then,
Right.
yeah, then they belong.
I mean, they'll tell you when they've done the repair, right, this week or next week?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
would think.
between
Okay.
their administrator and me, we touch base with each
Okay.
other. whoever gets to whomever first. So we'll continue to the next meeting, and then I'll give you an update at that time. If it's not repaired, then you can let me know, the date that you want to reschedule, for enforcement.
Okay. All right. Discuss and vote, update on non-compliance of failed septic system, 41 Utility Road. Mr. McDonough. So if you want to come up and state name and second.
Thomas McDonough, 41 Utility Road.
So I guess, looking for an update. That's what we were supposed to have for that last meeting of, on where we stand with the,
Getting anything.
Estimates.
Some perk tests, some estimates.
Right,
Just about anything.
yep. I reached out to a couple of engineering firms, got some estimates on their work, and as of today, I accepted Grady Consulting LLC. They'll be handling the design and getting forward on the perk test and going forward that way.
You familiar with them, Jim? You familiar with them?
so they haven't come in yet to do any applications, or you just did it today, you said?
I just got this from them today. I had one from Morse, and I was waiting for another one to come in, and this came today. I reviewed both of them, and I'm accepting this one here.
Oh, okay, so you haven't called the guy to accept it?
I did. I emailed them and told them that I will be using them as the engineering firm for the project.
So what's the process from once he's accepted, then they need to come in and pull for permits and estimates and?
So you, at the meeting held on 4/30, you voted for the second time to require perk tests and a septic design plan to be completed and submitted to our office no later than May 30th. It was also to include, if I'm not mistaken, it was also to include 3 quotes for all costs, for installation. So by May 30th, perk tests complete, design plans submitted to our office with 3 estimates for installation provided.
Is that doable?
I'm working on it. If I'm paying for it, why do I need three estimates?
At this point, we'll be happy with one. If you can get it done in 2 weeks, I'll be happy with one.
Well, the estimates to install, so Grady is the
As the
engineer.
engineer, yes.
But estimates to install are so that when the betterment program and the rules for it that you put in place are there, the board can review the estimates provided so that when he selects his installer, you have a frame of reference for the work.
Still, let's have one, at least one. Get us one within 2 weeks. That's all. Get the perk test done,
Right,
get us an estimate.
right, okay.
Whoever install that they work with, and I'm sure that every one of these engineering firms has preferred installers, if you will, that they'll work with.
Right.
But he's gonna be licensed.
Of course, it's gotta be licensed.
I think at this point, you'd be happy to get the 2 perk tests done before that date. You're not gonna get a design plan and approved. It has to be approved by the Board of Health to get prices.
No.
It-
Ought to get prices right, yeah.
So typically what happens with homeowners and engineers is the homeowners and/or engineers will provide their design to multiple installers on behalf of the owner.
So get a ballpark.
Right, exactly, with the understanding that, any significant changes from the Board of Health will cause the estimate to be revised, but at least it for the most part, gives the homeowner a very close sense as to what's gonna be required financially. Today's the 14th.
Yeah, yes, you get 2 weeks?
That's 2 weeks from Wednesday.
Yeah. How are we scheduling now for perk test, is there a problem between yourself, Mr. Cole, or any other inspectors we have? There shouldn't be an issue if the phone calls made to have perk test scheduled.
Nope, so
It's not
that,
like there's a waiting period or anything?
nope, not at all. Typically, the engineers will call their, they'll submit a perk test application to us. Their perk witness of choice will call us for a receipt number to make sure that it's been paid for. And then the engineer schedules directly with the perk test witness. And I honestly don't know what each witness's schedule is like, but we have 3 of them.
Right,
So
it shouldn't
within,
be an issue.
right, so within several days, I would presume one of them would be available, to conduct a perk test for the repair, because, obviously repairs are only 2 holes in 1 perk.
Right.
So it shouldn't be an all-day affair.
Okay, so it's doable in the next 16 days.
So the plan doesn't have to be, the plan doesn't have to be approved by the Board of Health, but it needs to be submitted by May 30th for your vote on the April 30th.
Yeah, yeah, so it's very doable, there shouldn't be any hiccup there.
Claire, on what we're looking at?
You're looking for a perk test.
Yeah, and the
The
plans,
design plan.
and the design plan.
At least one.
Well, the design plan, there would be one, and then it's,
The
the
estimate.
estimates,
In the estimates, yeah.
up to 3.
So that means you gotta put a little pressure on that. Please.
And the 3 estimates?
1 to 3 by the 30th. If, my understanding of when the betterment will be in place, there should be up to 3, so that the board can at least see who you've chosen to make sure that it seems reasonable.
So what is the implementation date?
On or after July 1st, you'll need to implement the specific rules associated with it, before it can be put in place, which we're working on.
On or after July 1st, okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. Funding would not be available until July 1st, with the beginning of fiscal year.
Okay.
So then we put him back on to the meeting on for the 30th, right? Unless everything's there.
That's up to you, whether you wanna do the 30th or. Is our next meeting, yeah, it'll be
Yeah,
Wednesday,
30th,
Wednesday the 30th,
Because of-
with the holiday.
Motion?
You did not do any suggested motions, correct?
No, because, it was.
See what we have.
You're right, you still have an order in effect indicating that these 3 items need to be provided, to the board by the
Just should just
30th.
continue that.
So continue,
Yeah,
continue.
the 30th.
Continue to
30th.
the, of the order, those by the 30th. Continue it till the 30th with these things.
Right, so you make a
So
motion to continue.
I'll make a motion to continue the items discussed on April 30th of 2018 to May 30th of 2018, and of all the different things that we have asked you to provide by April 30th of 2018.
I just have one other question before I second that. This was given to Mr. McDonough, so he had plenty of lead time to this, probably 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so you voted
You
on,
received that?
right, so you voted
I was in the
on
hospital for a
April.
week and a half,
Okay.
so I didn't have any contact with getting my mail or anything. I received a certified letter when I got home.
But you have that now, right?
If that's the certified letter that you sent me, I have that.
Yep, I sent the certified letter on May 1st that documented the results of the vote and what was needed associated with that vote from the April 30th meeting. And it says, to conduct percolation tests, submit a proposed septic design plan, and 3 quotes for all costs for review by May 30th, 2018. And that you had requested an update at this hearing.
Okay. No problem.
So yes,
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
and we will
Thank you.
discuss that on the 30th.
So you're done, is that I will, thank you.
Okay, new business, director's report.
So we are in the midst of camp permitting. So we're working with several entities this year to determine whether they need to be permitted under our regulations and therefore get them permitted, or if they need various exemptions. We are also working on several private well applications. We have one new one in the queue, and we have one that's still being reviewed by Board of Health and Conservation with comments to be sent. We have started pool permitting, and inspections will likely begin next week, so that several pools can open by their target date of Memorial Day weekend. So we'll be looking at lots of pool applications this week. We currently have 4 nuisance cases, which is an increase from the last time when we met. We have received several dumpster complaints in the last few months, last few weeks, from both private locations and establishments. So we're really pressing folks hard to keep their rubbish and garbage under control.
Are some of those ones that we had last year that
Yes.
have reoccurred?
Mhm.
Yeah, the weather's getting nicer and the windows are getting opened and they're probably
And
getting
they've been
busier
busier,
too, so
exactly.
there's more refuge.
Yep, and there's a lot of building and renovation and debris coming from all directions. So Nellie and I will be targeting a lot of
Re-educating
them.
some of those managers.
Yes, yes. We will continue. In terms of septic, we have 7 new plans received in the last 2 weeks. So needless to say, the weather broke and in come even more plans than normal. We have 5 certificates of compliance in the queue at the moment, all within the last few days. We have 2 outstanding operations and maintenance contract-related repairs, one of which we discussed earlier. We have 4 outstanding operations and maintenance contracts, 3 new since we last met. Working on 2 septic abandonment permitting issues, and we have an unchanged number of failures. For food, we are in the process of permitting our mobile and seasonal establishments, many of whom also want to get going by Memorial Day. So this week and next week will be exceptionally busy with permitting and inspections. And we continue to receive a high number of temporary food permit applications for every week. We're struggling with folks giving us that 5-day application time, so there's going to come a time as we continue to ramp up that if things aren't in within 5 days before the event, we cannot guarantee that it can be permitted. And then finally, we are just starting to prep for beach season. That will start the 3rd week of June. So there'll be some initial coordination with the laboratory, getting signage out, working with the highway department and others to kind of re-engage and get ourselves back on the same page for
If
what's
you get
needed.
that jam before the lifeguards start up, let me know. I've been known to swim in the water before. It does not bother me.
All
I
right,
will
sounds good.
Take a sample if needed.
Why, thank you, perfect. That'll be very
I've
helpful.
been known to frequent Hemlock Beach and other areas of town.
Hopefully, we won't need too many
Aquaman.
resamples or anything, so we'll keep our fingers crossed for a good season, but we're working on basically a lot of things, a lot of different types of things right now.
All right, and you're on top of it all,
Trying.
as always.
Trying.
The 2 of you are, as always, on top of it. Right, Joan? All right.
That's all I got?
All right.
Yeah, that's all you got. That was a lot.
Yeah, that was
good.
That's enough, you don't need to listen to me anymore.
Meeting minutes for February 26, 2018, and March 26, 2018.
Okay, so the February was Doug and Russell, and the
I'm just gonna take a quick.
March
think I looked at it.
26th was Russell and Steve.
This one is- is the gentleman doing at 1 Tilden Ave? Is he still chasing his family?
So the 45 days is up soon, so I'll put them on the agenda in the very near future.
Have you had any contact with him? Still chasing his family?
I don't know, I haven't had any interaction.
That's the guy at the end of Tilden Road. Tilden Ave.
Oh, okay.
The old house that's the older gentleman that was here. I think it's his brother's in Hawaii. Is that what
Yeah.
it was, Jen?
Oh, that lopper keeps coming, even when I come home early.
Do you know how many people went to the choke safe training a few weeks ago?
40.
It says 43 people registered, but
Yeah, about 30.
More than 30?
Yeah. About
About
10
30.
hours.
Then had to register.
That usually happens.
All right.
Oh, so that's you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Make a motion to approve the Monday, March 26, 2018 Board of Health meeting minutes.
Second.
Oh, okay.
Aye.
Aye. This YouTube.
You want to do that one?
Sure.
Was that mine?
No, that was, he just did that one.
Yeah, so make a motion to accept the Board of Health meeting minutes for Monday, February 26, 2018. And,
Second. All in favor?
aye.
Invoices.
Bills to sign?
Yep, I had 3. Thank you very much.
Well, that's not much.
Slowing down, end of the year, no spending.
No money left in the coffers.
So why is the Massachusetts Health Officers Association bill go to Milton, New Hampshire?
Because that's where their administrator happens to live.
That's it?
Gotta pay other towns.
Well, hey, John Kerry had a boat, and he used to keep it in Rhode Island to avoid the taxes here in Massachusetts, so, you know. These big-time players have their,
You know the ins and outs.
yeah.
The ream of that big paper, how many sheets are in that for $50?
Joan, do you know how many sheets of paper?
The big one's 250, the little one, the small one's 150.
Oh, yeah, Russell, make a motion so we can go home.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?